So at this point, combat has ended. Just out of curiosity, Felix, how much hit points is left on your head? I'm just curious.
Um, 45.
Oh, okay, you're good to go then. Okay.
I started with 70.
Oh, okay, good, good, good. All right. Yeah, because I wasn't sure where you were at there. Because I was like, I knew I wanted to swing at your head, and then I rolled that crit. I was like, oh god, I hope it doesn't take his head off. But okay, you're good. You're safe. All right. So yeah, at this point, it's up. Actually, hold on a second. What am I talking about? There's still a zombie attacking Mel, but
But when
Nope.
the zombie would be gone,
okay.
the creator of the spell is gone.
Oh, that's true. Good point.
And
Yeah,
They would just fall down.
yeah,
Or
good point. Yep, fair. Yeah, you're right. Okay, the last zombie slumps to the ground uselessly. Okay, so at this point, yeah, um, combat has ended. So, what would you like to do?
um,
well, depending on how bloody the robe is, I will take the robe off the zombie, and then try to go and give it to Felix to cover her up with.
Okay.
Drag Doc out of the way.
I'll handle Doc. Like,
Okay.
literally handle, I guess.
Okay. What do you do with him?
For now, I'm just sort of setting him to the side of the wall. Like, I don't intend to leave him here. I'm thinking we're going to take but for now, but while we deal with Verlaine, I'll.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. So you pick out. Well, the robe that was on that zombie wasn't particularly bloody. It's relatively clean. So yeah. So I guess Mel gives you that robe. Okay. So.
And I will have a look. While he's taking care of her, I'm going to have a look at the altar if there's anything left.
Yeah. One of the shots took a chunk out of it, but you can see a carving, and yeah, sure enough, it's a carving of a. It looks like some kind of spider deity or something like that. Oh, and by the way, I forgot. A little bit of retroactive info, but I was reading on your character sheet. It's talking about you can identify stuff that was within 10 feet if you look it in the eye or something like that. So yeah, you got a pretty good read on it. It in fact was. It was of course the avatar of the after like the possessing of a supernatural intelligence.
Right.
Anyway, not that you asked, but there you go. So anyhow,
No, that's fine. I didn't have a chance to really do anything on
yeah.
that right there. So,
But yeah, the altar.
if he's taking care of
yeah, the altar seems to depict people worshiping some kind of spider deity.
her, are we in Ishpinming?
Yeah, you're still in Ishpeming. Yep.
Yeah.
Tell the authorities of this and
So-
the magic things like this, and they're going to come in here with their teams, and they're basically going to take over everything, and she'll be imprisoned.
If she's in prison, will she be imprisoned or will she be killed?
In Ishpeming, I would say that would depend on who finds her. They're not as draconian as the Coalition states, but they do kind of suck up to the Coalition, so they pretend that they. So like right now, if someone was to walk in, the way she looks right now, like it looks basically just like Verlaine. She's still got the purple hair and everything, but with the black skin like that, she would probably look like a DB, and they would either they might just kick her out of town.
And all the corpses.
Actually,
the corpses, there'd be a lot to explain.
Yeah, they might just shoot her. It's hard to say, but yeah,
Why
it would be good.
Why don't you take her out of here, rope her up in the robes, take her out of here, and I'm going to burn this place.
I'll take her, and I'll also, if I like, I'm probably gonna try fireman like sort of over the shoulder carry, like Verlaine on one shoulder, Doc's body on the other.
Okay.
You're big enough to do that. Okay.
And as for, well, not to get too nitty gritty details, but what about Doc's head? Taking that with you too?
Oh,
Wait, you didn't say she decapitated. She just said she stuck her arm in her neck.
no, he said he did say he was decapitated.
Yeah, the head came off.
Oh, okay,
It was
well
such a heavy
then
hit to the neck, but
you'll have to hold one in the hand, the head in the hand,
there you go.
going down the street with the head in the hand.
Well, I mean, at this time of night, there wouldn't be that many people out. But,
Bleeding
I'll
all-
try.
I'll probably use another rope to sort of I guess, bundle Doc's body and head.
You know what? We could take another one of the zombies. I'm sure I can go get one of them. Put his body up there and his head into it and wrap it together.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Like a body bag.
Because we killed other zombies in here too. So
Okay. All right, so she's all wrapped up on your shoulder, Felix. All the zombies are gone. Now, they left. Well, yeah, they're gone from here. So anyway,
got very far and then collapsed.
yeah, actually, yeah. Again, you're right. I keep forgetting, man.
They got into the warehouse and then collapsed.
So yeah, there's probably a bunch of dead zombies on the street somewhere. Yeah. Anyhow,
we did what? We did 3 melee rounds, so that's not even a minute.
That's not
yet.
even a minute.
So
yeah.
they couldn't have gotten that.
Another
They couldn't have
point.
gotten that far.
Good
They're in the
point.
warehouse.
Actually, you know what? You're absolutely right. Yeah, they're probably upstairs somewhere. Okay. Good call.
Once he goes, I'm going to torch the altar with fireball, and just basically fireball the thing to death.
Okay. Well, you throw the fireballs, it destroys the altar. I mean, it's not really igniting. It's stone, so it's not really combustible. But yeah, you totally blow the hell out of it. Sure. Okay.
And then I will search the bodies. The ones we didn't take the robes. I'll search the bodies for anything else we could find here. Anything else, and I do search the room before I torch it. So, is there anything else in here?
Nothing of particular interest. No. That body that you guys torched, like you're going around searching everything. That body that you guys torched at the beginning, it's burnt to hell, and there's all kinds of little things around the body that are also burnt to hell. You see what looks like the stomach of this person. Like it's burnt, but it also burst at some point during your fight. And there's all kinds of these little burnt, charred spider corpses scattered about this poor, unfortunate gentleman's body.
Yeah, that's probably why she eventually attacked us, because we destroyed her egg sac.
No, we just entered her lair. That's why she attacked us. Okay, well then I will go and make sure all the bodies are burned.
Okay. That's all burned. Burn. Okay, there's bodies. What bodies are left you have burned? They're of no consequence anymore.
Do we find anything on the bodies by any chance?
No, nothing useful. Burnt robes, destroyed robes, a lot of mangled armor, a lot of bloody crap. Nothing of any particular value. One guy had a gun, though. He had a Wilkes laser pistol.
Oh, really? Big surprise there.
Well, they got a Groupon, man. They got it.
Well, I will take that. They take. Oh, what about the keys to their cars?
Actually, yeah. Sure. Yeah, some of them have keys. Now, it's like, a lot of them, they got so mangled in the fight, you couldn't find their keys on them. Like, you find a couple of car keys, yeah, sure.
Well, I will take the car keys, go over to the cars, and rummage through the cars. I can't take the cars, but at least I can rummage through them.
Right. Okay, so at this point, are you guys exiting the building, the premises, or what are you guys doing?
Yeah, we'll exit the building.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, Felix has already left.
Okay, so you guys are... Okay, you make it upstairs, and sure enough, there's dead zombie corpses up here. And you head back out. Now, the door, what do you guys do with the door? Do you just walk out, or do you kind of reset the fake lock, or what do you do?
I mean, do we want that place down there to eventually be found by the authorities?
Up to you. Now, at the same time,
Well,
the
fire.
basement is burning, and fire works its way up, so yeah, eventually that whole place is going to come down.
It's gonna come down. I will go away and call an anonymous fire tip, and they can come down and
just to make sure like the other buildings nearby don't get raised.
Okay. So you're in the park. Like you leave the building. It's 3 a.m. It's still quite dark out. There's nobody around. You walk out the building with the corpse and the girl on your shoulders and everything, and you're looking around. Thankfully, you don't see anybody. It's still quite dark. So I guess Mel wanted to check out the cars. Nothing of particular interest in the cars, just like personal effects and no weapons or equipment of anything like that. Yeah, nothing really particularly valuable. So yeah, what do you want to do from here? Actually, I should mention, Felix, that by the time you get out to the car and Mel rummaged through the stuff, you notice that Verlaine's breathing has changed. She's not shaking as bad, and she's also starting to breathe a little bit more normal. Uh, that's about it that you see.
I'm going to ask her, who am I talking to?
The eyes are still closed. You don't get a response.
Okay, once he's done with that,
Well,
Mel will meet up with Felix, and they'll go to try to find a cheapo motel.
Okay, sorry.
you sure we don't want?
What were you gonna say,
You
Felix?
sure you don't want just? I was going to ask Mel if he can tell the difference between when the possessed or the possessor is in control.
I could try it.
Do you have a particular skill for that? I don't know. It doesn't sound familiar, but it's up to you. It's your character. You tell me.
Well, I've got the demon sense thing.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. If you want to, is that like is that just a passive ability, or is that like a skill with a percentage, or how does that
It's
work?
an actual skill.
Okay. Well, go ahead and
Recognize supernatural.
go ahead and roll it up.
Recognize supernatural shape. So we're looking at
Shapeshifters. Well,
shape changers. So it says Russian demons, woodland spirits, demons, familiars, werebeasts, vampires, witches.
okay. Well, I guess that's close enough. Go ahead and roll it if you want.
Yeah.
Try it.
All right. Well, here goes nothing. We'll see what happens.
Good
Oh, hell
roll.
yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, well, you take one look at her. Yep, still possessed.
Well, yeah, it's more than I'm wondering. Like, is she going to wake up and attack us again?
Yeah.
That you wouldn't have any way of knowing, but judging on what you see, Mel, yeah, you don't like the looks of what you see. You have a very bad feeling. Put it that way. Your instinct is telling you that it's not gone. Put it that way. And as far as who's in control, I don't know that there'd be any way of determining that.
Yep, she's still possessed.
Mel, you're the expert on. I want to bring her home to her father, but
I do too, but it's going to be pointless now.
No,
first
no, you're the expert. You're the expert on this. I'll abide by what you decide to do.
Do you have first aid?
Hmm?
You have first aid?
I have a first aid kit.
You have first aid skill?
No.
Paramedics?
I don't.
Probably
I
not.
don't think so. Doc was the one who had first aid as a skill. Yeah. No. Mine's all soldiery stuff and tech stuff.
Okay. So at this point, how do you want to proceed? You're in the parking lot. She's kind of bleeding and still shivering, but not as violently, and the breathing is not as erratic. I'm not sure what other kind of examinations you're giving her, but yeah, that's what you glean.
Yeah, Felix is kind of looking to Mel as the expert in this.
There's nothing I can do. I mean, I don't know, other than to terminate her because she's a demon, which is what my character would want to do. But then again, we want to get her. If we can get her somewhere where she can get it, if we can get her somewhere where somebody can do an exorcism, they can get this thing out of her. But that means we're going to have to take her back to. We have to take her somewhere and talk to somebody. So I can't do that spell. Not without either somebody showing me how to do it, but that's still going to take time. So.
Yeah, and like just one clear. If you tell Felix that we have no option but to kill her, then he'll go along with that right now too.
I mean, the only other option is to try to find somebody that can expel it, and I don't think we can find anybody here inside Ishbinming. If we were in Laszlo or something like that, they'd do it in a heartbeat. But we'd have to travel to that, or we'd have to go back to the town where she's at, and the mages there would probably be able to do it. But that means we'd have to run the chance of transporting her down there. So if we bind her up, we might be able to do it.
I mean, I don't mind making a run to Bastion with her if that's what it takes.
It's the only option we have. It's either that or kill her. And if we call the authorities, they're going to kill her. There is no ifs, ands, buts, or anything. They're going to kill her. She's a threat to the city.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not the coalition, but they do have monster response squads, they call them in Ishpeming, in Northern Gun.
Yeah.
So they would get
They
dispatched.
have dog boys here.
Yeah, that too.
They have dog boys working for them. They have free dog boys too. And they have Psy Stalkers. Oh, do they ever have Psy Stalkers here? They're gonna pick up on her and want to kill it and feed off her like no critty.
So should we make for the gates? Get your ride and get out of here now. Then
We need to bind her up. We need to get something to bind her up. Mega damage. So if she does start changing, it's going to be hard for her to get through that.
Okay.
What do you want to do about Doc? Doc's gone.
Honestly, I intended to bury him once we had 5 minutes to breathe, which we don't have right now.
Inside the city, we can't bury him inside the city. So
I know.
and he's going to start stinking really quick, making a mess.
Yeah, he bled out pretty fast because of his super
We're
high
not going to
heart
be
rate,
able to.
but, yeah.
We're not going to be able to get to the vehicle with him. With her, maybe. With him, no. A dead body, no. We're not going to be able to get to the vehicle with him.
I'm going to before we put in the tips of the fire department. In that case, I'm going to leave. Basically, let him sort of funeral pyre in the fire in the building.
We could put him in there and let him act like he was the one that took them all out.
There you go, heroic end. He does have a particular smell. Like, you guys have seen combat. You know what dead bodies smell like, but Doc's body smells a little bit differently because of the biocom system and all the drugs going through his system. So he has a slightly chemically smell to his body, but regardless.
Are you against taking the Doc's credits and stuff from him, or do you want to leave? Because he had quite a bit of money now. And I hate to say that money is money. We can leave a little on him that looks like he's had something. That way it doesn't look phony. But I'll leave all of his gear.
That's fine.
I'm not sure exactly how much he had, to be honest with you.
I have an idea how much he had.
Okay.
So, because I've saved the amounts so far as of last time.
Well, logically, all you guys should have more or less the same amount because you're kind of splitting, right? Except for Felix, who has that extra 50 or so grand from his fight.
But I haven't been taking weapons and stuff because my power stuff is generally better.
He should have right around 130, 120,000 credits on him.
All right, well, if you guys want to loot that, knock yourselves out.
I leave him like 5,000 credits, so it looks like he actually had something on him.
Yeah.
So when they search about
it doesn't look
stuff,
looted,
they find that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
yep.
And I take out my expended magazine that I had, and I'll put it in his. I don't know how many magazines he had, but I will try to take a couple of his magazines. Yeah. How many firearms did he have? Because
that guy was friggin' armed to the
look like
teeth,
it's
man. Like, he had one of those 66 plasma ejectors. He had his. I think he had a JA-11. Or no, he probably had something better than that. I don't remember. No, he had the L20. He had an L20 as well. Yeah.
I'll do the L20. I'll take the plasma ejector. I don't want to take his stuff, really. I'm kind of reluctant to do that, but
yeah.
I'll take the plasma ejector, the L20, because I have charge clips for the L20. I can make it look like it's empty. So
okay, fair enough.
I can empty out the empty magazines. What else did he have?
I'm trying to think.
He looted characters, but you have access to his character sheet. I don't.
But he might not. He might not have filled out the character sheet. It might have just been using the juicer PDF file.
He did
Well, that's
have
probably what he was using.
one thing I do remember that he told me he wanted to buy. Oh, retcon shopping. He bought a pair of jet or jet boot like things you attach to your boots, and they
Yeah,
give you jet. Yeah, he had a
yeah,
pair
the
of
jet.
those. Other than that, I can't
No, we're
remember.
gonna leave them. Felix, do you fair? I'm gonna say we leave him.
I agree.
Okay.
No, he needs. I'm not gonna. The man's gonna die with his boots on.
There you go. Oh, that ring looks a little valuable. Yoink. Yeah, no, okay, fine. So you've got a nice little convenient funeral pyre in the basement right now going, so that's fine. He'll look like a hero to investigators. Okay, so that's fine. So you're in the parking lot right now. Mine is stock.
Fire and stuff. That should,
Yeah.
yeah, so that should look pretty good. So
Okay, so you're starting at this point to see smoke. The smoke at this point has worked its way up the stairs, and after a minute,
is there like a fire alarm on the building or anything? We can just pull the fire alarm.
you didn't see any when you're in there. But if you go back and look, you might find some. But it being as dilapidated as it was, fire alarm might not even be hooked up, might not work, but you can try it.
If we find one, we pull that, see if it works.
Okay.
That'll get the fire department's attention.
It's actually dead. You pull the fire alarm and actually nothing. So, unfortunately, so at that point, yeah. So you pull the fire alarm, whatever, and then okay. So it doesn't work. So at this point, are you back outside? Or are you still inside the building?
We're outside.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, then you check the cars for anything. You didn't find anything. It's around the time where you finish checking the cars, you start to see smoke on the main level of the building. So in a few minutes.
So do I find it like a communicator or anything in the cars?
No, you don't find any communicators in the cars.
Like the cell phone?
One
Or
of
like-
them
or
actually.
whatever.
Yeah, I thought you had a
Or when I
radio. I thought you guys had a radio. I could be mistaken. I thought you guys had radios.
No,
built in.
the point
I-
is I'm trying to see if I can find one from the people that were killed. That's what I was trying to find.
Oh, no, you don't find anything like that in the cars. No.
What about on them?
Yeah, you know what? You probably did find one down there. Most of them got destroyed, but let's say you salvaged one. Sure, that's fine.
Okay, well then I will try to call the fire department, say that there's a fire, and I will put it in one of the corpse's hands so it looks like he called.
Okay, that's fine. Yep, that's fine.
Then we'll leave the building.
Okay.
And the area.
Okay, so whereabouts are you guys headed at this point? It's still dark.
Some cheapo motel. Probably to find some cheapo motel.
Felix.
I'd agree. I kind of feel like we should probably get out of town ASAP, but I think we need to find something to tie her up with first.
Okay. I feel like I actually gave you guys rope in your inventory. I could be wrong.
I do not have rope.
I was looking for mega damage rope.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So,
And
and
I
I
do not
guess
have rope, so
if we can find a place to set up for the night, I guess maybe go find a warehouse somewhere else and set up.
Well, it's up to you guys. Whatever you think.
I mean, I'd also like to potentially leave here at night, where I think their security at the gate is going to be a bit more lax.
Right?
I wouldn't say it'd be more relaxed.
Okay.
We can't go with her like this, all black and stuff like that, and try to leave. I mean, I don't think they'll let us out. You got to remember, this is a big, heavily fortified city. That'll make us look like kidnappers.
Well, it's your call, guys. Whatever you think.
But there is an option here. We'll put him in some place. Go set your armor down somewhere, set up, and we can find a warehouse or something we can set up for just a little bit, right?
If you want, you can try that.
We need a warehouse to put the power armor anyways. So if we can find just like we can find a little like a storage container type thing, where we can power down the power armor.
Okay.
Could the power potentially be used as a binding?
I mean,
Because I'm fairly sure she doesn't know how to pilot it. So if she's locked in the armor, then she won't be.
Would not want to know.
take it in.
If she transforms or anything, she could do catastrophic damage inside the power armor. Not a good idea.
Okay.
Now,
Okay, I thought we might be able to use
your
it as a makeshift coffin, but
well, I mean, your power armor has robotic strength, which means it is really strong. So, you know, even your robotic strength restraining her would be
Yeah, I mean, he's right. Okay, here's the idea. So, watch her for a little
for
bit.
lack
This I'm
of
gonna go
rope or
buy a.
whatever.
I'm gonna go buy a cheap suit of armor. We'll put her in the cheap suit of armor. That'll get us out of the town. I'll go buy some mega damage rope, and once we get out of town, we can rope her back up. Hopefully, we can do this quickly. But if we put her in the cheap set of the armor, put her in the back seat of the RV, and say she's passed out, then we can get out of town. Because then it looks like she's another one of our mercenary groups. So they're not going to question that.
Felix, at this point, so you guys have been like in the parking lot. You guys have been kind of chatting about what to do about this. It's been a couple minutes. At this point, Felix, go ahead and make a sensory equipment check if you don't mind.
oh boy, I need to roll at or below 45.
Below, or yeah, at or below, right?
Yeah. I'm just stating it before I roll.
Okay, right.
Wait,
Yep.
Oh,
Big
nice.
five? Why
Hey,
is that?
very nice.
Why is that so low?
What do you mean? You rolled a 27.
My sensor equipment is 40.
Why is that
Yeah, I
still
rolled-
so? That
my
should be
sense
like a
equipment-
50.
I
Well,
don't know.
my
It's awfully
sensor equipment is 45% chance.
It's really low for a pilot. That's
I
unnaturally low for a pilot.
I don't know. I just went by the Rift's Ultimate Edition setup, but at any rate, he passed. So, okay. So, as you're doing this, you kind of notice on your sensory gear, Felix, that in your vision on your sensors where Verlaine is, you notice she's showing up as a cold spot. So it would appear that her temperature is starting to rapidly drop, and at the same time, you also notice, like, because you got like thermal, you know what I mean, thermal imaging and stuff like that. So it would seem that her body is rapidly dropping in temperature, and you also notice that her breathing is getting less and less erratic, and she's not shaking as much. It seems like it's starting to calm a bit, and the temperature is like plummeting. But yeah, there you
I like. Would Felix know what that means? Because
go.
like me the player doesn't know, so
No,
I don't know if Felix would know what that meant. Okay.
probably not. No, you don't have like demon lore or anything like that. I wouldn't think.
No. But I will relay that to Mel,
Okay.
who probably does have demon lore.
No, actually, I don't either.
You know,
I would be just telling her to kill. I don't think it came with demon lore because
a
I was
demon
looking at that
hunter
the other
without
day.
Demon lore. That's bizarre. But okay, that's fine.
That's what I was. Lore. Oh, never mind. It does. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
It does. I am correct. I corrected myself. I thought it was language or something like that. I was mistaken.
Okay.
Hold on a second. I have to look at that. It is. Okay. Well, here goes nothing then. I will try to do a roll. I make it on the dot.
Nice. Oh, okay, perfect.
Was it
So your skill was 64, right on. Okay.
It was either 64 or 69. Hold on, let's see. What was it? It was 64 or 69. It's 69. I'm 5. No, wait.
Okay.
No, it is 64 exact. 64 exact.
Perfect.
So
Okay, good. So, okay. So with that kind of a roll, you're not exactly sure what to make of it, but you get the sense that it's not a good sign, and you get the sense that clock is ticking here. So, because this sort of type of demon that you're encountering, quite often one of the traits they have is they have unusually cold bodies, kind of thing. But yeah, so basically, the idea that her body temperature is dropping is not a good sign, given given the fact that she was possessed, right? So it's not a good sign in your opinion. But beyond that, you're not.
Can I restrain punch her to knock her out again? Or
Well, I mean, she doesn't appear to be conscious, but you can do it anyway if you want. Like she's
Well, like
in some
not
kind
like
of a coma. Like
specifically.
if you want to,
Like
sure. Yeah.
I basically want to knock the Avatar out again, not necessarily re-coma the Verlaine.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Sure. You can. That's fine.
Oh yeah, it is right.
So you pop it on the head or something like that, or
Oh,
Probably solar plexus,
solar
but
plexus. Okay. So you restrain punch at the solar plexus. It kind of twitches a bit, and other than that, you don't really get too much of a response from it. It's still starting to. Well, I mean, it's still shivering a little bit, but again, not as bad. And so that's fine. You do that. Where to from here then?
please get bindings quickly.
Oh yeah, right. Mel's off finding bindings. Okay. So it's 3 in the morning and all the shops are closed, but you do see a general store. Of course, it's closed.
everything's closed.
Yeah, everything's closed right now. It's 3 a.m.
All right. Well, when I head back,
Okay.
This is a merc town, so mercs are up all night.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. So you head back. You're still more or less in the vicinity of the burning temple. Have you guys vacated that vicinity more or less? Or are you still kind of
Oh
hanging
yeah,
around? Okay.
Yeah.
no, we got out of that. We
Now,
got away from there.
whereabouts are you heading? Are you kind of more or less heading towards the gates? Are you looking for other stuff in town? Or are you? What's the idea?
Well, the idea was to try to get stuff and get out of there, but I'm gonna put the girl in my old suit, my light suit,
Okay.
to make her look like it that she's thing, and we'll go over to the checkout thing, and we're leaving.
Okay.
We'll just say that our buddy's drunk here, and
Okay.
and they question us about the juicer. We say we don't know. He took off. We don't know where he went. But we have a call. We have to go do something. We got to take our buddy back. His dad's or her dad's upset with her. So
Okay.
and we will get into the vehicle and try to run out of there. Not stupidly, but we'll try to leave.
Okay. Felix, what do you think? Is that you cool with that?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you approach the gate guards, and they kind of flag you down. Or well, they flag you down. Hey guys, what's going on? And oddly enough, it's those same guys. Looks like they're doing a night shift tonight. So they're kind of chatting you up a little bit, and like, so what's going on here? And they kind of point at Verlaine over your shoulder there, and like Mel says, he talks to him and says, Buddy's drunk, and they're like, oh, okay, got it. And they're like, they kind of look at each other and they laugh a bit when you say Buddy's drunk, and they're kind of like, they obviously got some kind of inside joke with that going on. Maybe they got drunk earlier that night, or maybe they're drinking on the job, or maybe they're drunk right now. Who knows, right? Because these are guys historically with you guys have obviously not been the most steadfast of gate guards. So yeah, they're just kind of chuckling like, right. It's like, were you guys leaving now? All
We're
right.
out of here. If you see our juicer buddy, tell him we left and we went back, because he took off and we haven't been able to find him. I don't know. He probably hooked up with some dame in here, and I feel sorry for her.
They kind of chuckle. They're like, oh, okay. Yeah, we'll totally put out an APB, won't we, Reg? Oh, yeah, totally, we'll do that, for sure. So, they start scanning your gear, and they clear you. Now, as you were... Well, no, actually, that wouldn't make sense. But yeah, no, they just scan your gear, and you're all good. Now, you sold that vehicle, right? So you don't have that anymore.
Oh, that one vehicle was sold.
Yeah. Now, did you have your other truck with you? Because you had a
we still have my Humvee.
Your Hummer, right? Okay.
We still have my GW heavy Humvee.
Okay. All right. So now I'm not sure how you're gonna okay, so you could hop,
okay, it's a pickup style. Felix's power armor can fit in the back of it.
Okay.
In the actual truck part of the Humvee.
Okay. If you want to do it that way,
truck
that's
bed. He can sit down in there. I wouldn't recommend standing up because it'd be really fucking dull. But he can sit the suit down and climb out of the suit and be in the cab of the vehicle.
Okay. How fast does this vehicle go?
Or he can just sit there.
How fast does it go?
like 90,
90 miles.
90 miles an hour flat out.
What's that, like 150
Yeah.
kilometers, we'll say, give or take, right? So, and how far? Look at our map, shall we? I'm gonna bring everybody back to the map because that's the most pertinent thing. Ignore that line. That was a misclick. I don't know how to get rid of it. Yes, I do. Okay, so oh yeah, it's about 200 clicks. So if you're doing 150 an hour, it's gonna take you about an hour and a half to get back. No, that's not right. That doesn't work. It's gonna take you a little over an hour, like an hour and 15 minutes. So yeah, a little over an hour to get back. So it took you about between all the talking and all that, getting to the gate, it's probably about 4 a.m. right now. And by the time you left Tishman, you left about 4 a.m. So they, like I said, they check you guys out. So you pack into Mel's truck or his Humvee or whatever, I guess. Now, okay, how are you guys situated? Who's sitting where? Where's Verlaine right now? Who's what? Like, what's happening?
So, maybe I'm misunderstanding, but basically, the Samson is basically the arms of the Samson are basically acting as a binding for Verlaine right now.
Okay.
Not initially. Not initially. We'll just have her laying in the cab till we get away from the city's defenses. Once we get rid of the defenses and get out of there, which won't take us that far to get away from them, then we can have you start holding her, specifically holding her, restraining her.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to do that?
Once we have that, then we can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once we can, then we can do that. And then I can try to do my best to get down there. Hopefully, we can get down there.
I'm also going to take one of my flares out and give it to Mel for when we get close to Bastion, in case he wants to let them know we're on our way. We're almost there.
Oh, don't worry about that. I mean, we can do that. Hell, I can shoot a global light or something that they'll know.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
They've seen our Humvee before too. So.
Okay. All right. Well, if you guys are both cool with that idea, you can do that if you want. So, you guys get through the checkpoint. The awesome gate guards. They wave you out. They say, "Okay, see you later, boys." And so you guys head out. So,
yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Like when we're outside of their eyesight, Felix will say to Mel, I realize this helps us, but but those two are paid far too much.
Yeah, they are. They are overpaid. And as you were driving off,
Mel will give you a thumbs up.
As you were driving off too, like you're kind of glanced in your rear view mirror, Mel, and you saw them. They kind of waved at you, okay, and you saw them kind of spark up a joint because it's like dark, so you see this, like the little red cherry of the joint or whatever as you're driving away. So yeah, they're getting a little wrecked. Anyhow, so you're driving. Okay, so you get a little bit out of the town. You're a few clicks outside of town. You're kind of like in a forested, woody road area, so you got cover now. So if you're saying you wanted to switch positions and get Felix to hold her now, I guess.
So I'm actively restraining her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to take her out of the armor, keeping her in the robes, but take her out of the armor and just keep her in the robes and have him restrain her. Then I'll turn around and start driving the rest of the way.
Okay, so you're sitting in the back of the truck in your Samson holding her. Is that right, Felix? Is that what I'm getting?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
And then Mel's driving. Okay. Okay, that's cool. So you're gonna make it to Bastion probably about 5 a.m. give or take. So yeah, the trip back to Bastion is thankfully relatively uneventful, and about halfway there, Felix, again, you notice her temperature has continued to drop, and at this point, she's not shaking at all. It just looks like she's sleeping at this point. She's not shaking. She's not breathing weird. Things seem to be looking more quote unquote normal. The skin has not changed color. It's still black, and it's just getting colder. And that's about it.
Every 30 minutes or something like that, Mel will try on the radio and say how things are going. Keep me, let me know, because if I have to, I'll pull the vehicle over right then and there.
What, talking to Felix? Okay, gotcha. All right.
Yeah. I'll keep telling her, giving updates of what her body temperature is at certain points. But
okay.
But if she's not moving at this point, I don't want to get. I'd rather get into a fight with her when we have soldiers backing us up at Bastion than in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, that's fine. I'm not arguing the point.
Okay.
Are we there yet?
You
say
kids,
we're there.
Stop complaining. I'll turn that freaking car around right now. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so.
I mean, Mel's the one who's driving.
Yeah.
Sucks for you. The other one has to pay for the gas.
So anyhow, as you approach Bastion, you can see it in the distance now. You can see the lights. And as you're getting closer, the radio on your vehicle comes alive, pipes up. Best security to approaching vehicle. Identify yourself, please.
Okay, I will identify myself and say that I need assistance from a Liline walker or a heavy magic user experienced in exorcism.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? Please clarify, please.
Okay, I'll tell him that we have blah blah blah's mechanic's daughter, and they should know who that is because the town's not that big, and we need assistance.
Goes,
don't want to enter the town, but we do need.
Okay.
We need assistance. We need assistance immediately. There is magic users in there, and I will start naming them off because I came from Tolkien too, and I know the magic users that are in town, and I will start naming them off, and I'll be telling that guard to get on it and get on it now.
He's like, holy shit, you found Tom's daughter. Yeah, you guys are clear. Come on in. We'll have some people meeting you at the gate. Just hurry up. You're clear. Like, come in or whatever. Like, and floor it.
Okay.
So yeah, okay, you got the clear from the guard.
I don't want to enter the town properly until we can talk to preferably higher level magic users than myself.
Right. Okay.
But I think I'm not sure, but I think your character that you made, the Liline Walker, actually had exorcism as one of his powers.
Oh, you mean Kyle? Yeah,
I think he actually had exorcism as I would have to look it up. But I believe that
it's oddly enough, it's actually not that high level.
He had exorcism.
Yeah.
Yep. It's just not. It's not something that my character has. So.
Okay. All right. Well, you have the little conversation with the gate guard. He's like, "Holy crap! You found Tom's daughter." Oh, yeah. Come on. Like, we'll have some people ready to meet you or whatever. And you see in the distance, you see the gates open. Well, the door, anyway. It opens, whatever, so you can drive right through. And it's at this point, Felix, you notice the spots on her side, like I was saying, where the legs were, they're starting to pulsate a little bit.
I'm going to I'm restraining her, so I'm going to restrained headbutt her to knock her out.
I mean, like I said, she doesn't look conscious. She looks like she's sleeping, but okay, you can headbutt her if you want. So, boop, you headbutt the sleeping girl. Yeah. That's fine. Now you've got a little bit of that black crap all over you because I mean she was bleeding.
Well, yeah,
but that's okay.
Well, yeah, but I'm trying to hold off the transformation process until we can get an exorcist to take care of this.
Yeah. Yep. Fair enough. Okay. So you do that now. Mel, you were saying you didn't want to go into the city just yet, or
I wanted to have somebody meet me just outside the city. I don't want to bring a demon inside the city.
Okay. All right. So as you approach, you see lights in the city, like flashing lights, almost looks like cop cars, and you see people pouring out of cars, running towards the gate. You see Tom, actually. He's in his wheelchair, but somebody drove him, I guess, and he's busy wheeling towards the door. People are trying to restrain him, like, no, stay away, stay back, Tom. So you're probably about 50 meters from the gate at this point, which is, sorry, I don't know the feet in that. It's probably about 80, 90 feet or
You can
something.
do meters. You can do meters. That's fine.
Okay, so
I'm good with
Yeah,
meters.
all right, so you're about 50
Yeah,
meters
don't worry about it.
from the gate, and there's people coming out.
If there's anybody other than a magic person, I'm going to tell the guards, ask the guards to keep them back, because I'm not going to take responsibility for that.
Okay. Okay. So the guards
because
come running.
They need to keep.
Yeah, no, for sure. Okay. Well, you don't see any magic users actually at the moment. You see a bunch of security personnel rushing out with guns and stuff
I'm
like
going
that.
to tell them security personnel to let's hold off. I need where I'm upset and I'm asking where the blah 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 magic users are. It's I know where they are. I knew who they were, so I'm getting upset. I'm even asking for the boss himself.
He's like, well, they're on their way. The boss himself.
Oh, I just threw his name out. I'm just saying we need somebody with magic, better fucking magic than I can do.
And one of the guards, he's like, did you say something about a demon, a possession? What?
He goes, once we get a magic thing, I will do a full debrief for everybody that has any questions. But right now, this needs to be done ASAP. We need this done ASAP. I will give a full detail. And, you still got, Felix, you still have her, right?
Yep.
Okay. And Felix has probably got it, but I do remember it. Who's the highest ranking security person?
Well,
where's he at? I mean, he's got to be there. Not just any Joe Blow. I want the highest ranking one that's there.
Two of the security guards, they kind of look at each other, and one guy goes, I guess that's me. Connor didn't show up to work this morning, or yesterday, rather. So he's like, I guess that's me.
Okay, I'm not looking at him. I get up close to him and say, we have a problem inside the city. This is because from this girl, it leads off into here too. We need to have the bosses here. We have some house cleaning to do inside the city. This is a major issue. Get me your boss.
He's like, he doesn't seem to know what to say, and then he gets on his radio. He's like, I better, he doesn't seem like he knows what to do in this situation. And then one of the other guys pipes up. He's like, did somebody say like a demon? Did I hear that right? A demon is possessed? Well, Jesus Christ, get Elric out here. And then a couple of the guys look at him kind of like, really? And he's kind of like, yeah. He's like, don't bring a demon in here. It'll kill us all. So the guy's like,
thank you. I look at the guy. I go, hands out. Thank you very much for telling me the obvious.
Yeah, so...
But yes, please, let's get this guy in here. I know.
The other security guy goes, Jerry, just call him. Just call Alec. Get him out here. And the guy looks really hesitant to do it. He's like, okay. So he gets on his radio. He kind of walks away for a bit. And meanwhile, Tom is starting to wheel towards you guys. He's like, baby, what happened to you, baby? And he's freaking out.
I will step in front of him.
Do.
I will step in front of him.
Okay. All right.
And even though he's saying, baby, 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 baby.
Okay.
And I will look him square in the eyes, and if I have to kneel down without my helmet on and say she's not there yet.
What's wrong with her? What happened? What did they do to her? What's going on? Why does her skin look like that?